Brett Maher has this one teed up, and we are underway here at AT&T Stadium. Takes it at the 7. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. They'll begin on the ground with Aker.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 27, Stafford, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Stafford. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. They'll run for it with Akers. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
I'm laughing because I'm not so sure I would have made this call. I'm not so sure I would have said, yeah, let's go ahead and get this one, especially at this point of the game. But give him credit. He had a feeling and carried it through.
Yeah, that's one where you think of under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Micah Parsons from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted. Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Stafford. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 45-yard line. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Stafford going to give this to Akers. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Stafford. That'll be caught by Cup. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 25-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Here's a run with Akers on second down. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 15-yard line. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
How about this opening drive? Play number 12 now. This is third down. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cam Akers, 15 yards. And the Rams will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Play action. Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They go back to Pollard on second down. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. Prescott from the gun on third. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 29-yard line. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive.
Mike, 53, Mike. Watch the pass. Patch it. Rush in.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
Come on now, let's go.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Check 52.
Going to run again here with Pollard. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. And the Rams force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. On 1st and 10, Stafford. It's complete to Robinson. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 36-yard line.
Now it's Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. That'll be caught. It's Cup. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Again, it's Stafford. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
2nd and 2. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It's a loss of 3 on what should be the final play of the 1st half. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
He finds his man, complete. It's Peters. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Check. 53's mine. 46. Here we go, D. Let's go. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
On third down, it's Prescott. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Kill. 47. What's the curl? Check 45's the mic. Check 45's the mic. Get that.
Fourth down, Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
Check the backer.
They'll run left with Pollard. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
53. Check 53. Here we go.
Here's Prescott. He's got his man. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, 44 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from drawing level. Brett Maher on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. From the end zone, here comes Brandon Powell. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves some... Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The fumble on first down. Now here's 2nd down. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And the pressure gets to him again. Micah Parsons able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 20. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he powers his way up past the 30. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. To throw is Prescott. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the 1st down. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more. And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. Undercrunch, undercrunch, undercrunch. Safe.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. They go to Elliott again. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
4 down, check, 4 down. 45's the mic, 45's the mic. Better bring it. You better bring it.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. 4 yards remain for 2nd down.
Hey, man, watch the boot, 45, Mike, 45.
Now a give here to Pollard. They find some open field here. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard, 44 yards. And the Cowboys have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing when you start.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. What a gut punch. That should be the nail in the coffin with those 2 points, making this a 2-score game now with time, Charles, clearly not on their side.
Yeah, they have to give the football away as well. Had a chance. Yeah, it was a small chance to get down the field. But guess what? This one's now just about over.
Prescott here to throw. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Rams are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards, the final tally.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And the deficit trimmed to 6 now at 16-10. Well, no field goal attempts for him until the final quarter, but no hesitation on his end. He comes right out and nails his first field goal try.
And give him a lot of credit, too, because he stood there the entire ball game, but has managed to stay with it both mentally and physically. When they called on him, he was ready, and he knocked it through the posts.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Here's Pollard again. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go. 53 to Mike. 53. Check 53.
Now Prescott. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Rams are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I've just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw pulled in by Robinson here. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Now it's Stafford. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
A gain of 12.
One last throw here for Stafford. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. He forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ball game.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we